he would like put it in sequence because I would jump from something that happened in Cuba to something that happened with Steve McQueen, that's something that happened with Bruce Lee, and something that happened with another man. And it's like the men in my life are the most important things to me. That's a terrible thing to say, I suppose.
No, why is it terrible?
I don't know. It is what it is.
Most of all my idols have been, and my teachers have been women. All my life, I have this. Well, I think it's because we're so different. I don't believe a man could ever understand a woman.
And a woman can never understand a man because we're totally different. Men are really, they propagate. And everything they see looks good. And women are like, there's a hormone that happens that when a man makes love to a woman, I mean, back in the caveman days, when a guy dragged you by your hair to the cave and made love to you, you secreted a hormone, and I can't remember what the hormone was. Quinn Rediker, this guy that wrote, he won an Oscar. It was one of those Vietnam movies, Coming Home. Was it Coming Home?
There was the Vietnam was Coming Home.
And he's a writer, actor, and he said there is a hormone that a woman makes and protects her and kind of saves her for that man, and she waits for him, where he's out running around doing everybody and everything, and you know, I mean, one shot will impregnate thousands and thousands of women.
Right.
And a woman can only give birth, you know, I mean, you can have maybe 6, but you're there doing the birth at one time. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you can, some people have like 6 babies and things these days because of hormones and stuff, but usually, you know, it's one birth at a time rather than like 50,000. You're not going to get 50,000 babies out of a woman.
That's true.
Where a man's sperm can really fertilize 50,000 women or more. I don't know what the number is. But men are so different than women, and it's like it's hard for us to like figure out where we stand with each other. But yet we fit somehow.
We fit, and well, that's what it's all about. I guess it's
some of us
opposite attract. Yeah, some of us fit. And
some of us, yeah. It's like you got to find out, you know.
And it's rare. Actually, it's so rare today to find couples that are really happy.
Well, I don't know. Nobody's supposed to be. I don't know whether we're supposed to be monogamous.
Well,
I mean, we all want to do that, but it's like you meet, and you've got that lust, crazy love thing that's like electric, and then that lasts for about 2.5 years, or up to 7. You can make it last up to it's about 7.5. But at 7.5, that 7-year itch. I mean, there's a reason it's a joke, the 7-year itch. I mean, you get so accustomed. You look 2.5 years, then you either get married or you have a baby, and then the baby takes over, rules your life, and then maybe you can sneak together once in a while. But it's like it's really, really hard.
it is hard.
It's so hard. Relationships are so tough, and then you know, and women are all over men. They always are. They come on to men, they see men, they chase men. So if you have a man, you know that there's going to be a dozen women every day that he's going to be running into and that are going to be coming on to him. It's just the way we are. We can't help it. We see somebody we like and we start to squirm, you know? We start to squirm. And it's like the poor guy, you know, he loves his wife, but he's got and all of a sudden, you know, something comes to attention.
It doesn't think
and it's like, what is he going to do? That starts
he thinks
to
with
think.
The other head.
Yeah, exactly.
Which has no conscience.
Well, I don't, you know, it's like, I know. So I decided at a certain point that I was going to be like a man. I was going, if I want to do something, I will do it, and I will take care of my own life, and I will be independent. And, you know, of course, it doesn't work, but
but the thought is there.
Yeah, it's like, you know, get yourself together. That's okay.
Sorry.
Get yourself together and just carry on and do your work, and you know, everything will be okay.
But Sharon, you're not the norm that way. I mean, most women. I wish most women felt the way you do, because I think that's very healthy.
Well, I'm from Iowa.
Well, no, where are you from? I mean, I remember back in the 60s and the 70s, Plato's Retreat was a big place in New York, and swinging was very, and a
What
lot of
was
married
Plato's?
couples. Plato's Retreat.
Oh, Plato. I never heard of any of that.
Well, and then there were a lot of the swinging singles and this and that they had. And most of the people were married. They were doing that.
Yeah.
And
People
they
try
seemed very
all
healthy.
kinds of things to like keep their love alive, keep their sex life alive. And I mean, you know, it's just you just get bored with a certain thing after a while. People, you know, get bored with each other. And it's a terrible thing, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
And so you've got to really work to keep that alive. And I don't know, it's like, I mean, I read these autobiographies. Hedy Lamarr was a gorgeous person, and I mean, they're beautiful women, and all these husbands cheat on all these gorgeous, beautiful women. So it has nothing to do with that.
Well,
Because they love them and everything else. Men are just different than women are.
well, I thank
And
you for that. We are different.
I don't know in a way. I mean, I get bored. I mean, I've gotten bored too. I mean, you know, it's like if there's ever anybody that I've really been turned on to, marriage or, well, I really never believed in marriage, but I did it 3 times. But I didn't do it with a man that, I mean, I have a son. I did not. I still to this day, I'm not sure whose he is. Because I was involved with 2 men. And I never cared because I wanted to have a baby because I wanted to have a baby. It had nothing to do with the 2 guys I was screwing.
You really are independent.
Well, yeah, but I like people to take care of the heart, you know, like adding and subtracting and stuff, you know. That's you know, I gotta get myself involved in calculators and, oh, listen, I'm going to my Apple classes and I'm trying to get that, which brain do we use for creativity? The left brain is creativity, right? I don't know which one it is. I think the left brain is creativity and the right brain is like, you know, being organized and, you know, not being at all flaky, you know, getting really together. And so that's my computer is my exercise for that because I just want to say, you know, I just want to crash it because sometimes, I mean, I was trying to find your message to me yesterday where your address was. And I could not find it. And I was just having a conversation with my computer. You know, why aren't you're a lemon. I'm going to take you back. You know, it's like, you're a lemon. I got another lemon.
I got your message this morning. And it was on the Facebook. I had them on Facebook, the message, and I also had it on your email.
Well, it said, yes, lovely, or something.
Well, that was the end of it.
Oh, well,
Oh, you know what? Because I forgot something, and then I just and I added on to it. So I guess you got like...
Oh, listen, I got it, I'm here, so...
I'm the same
who cares?
way. When it comes, I keep...
Yeah, because you're an artist.
I don't know.
You know, you're an artist, and it's like fun. You know, it's like I paint. I paint a whole. Well, who doesn't? Everybody paints.
Not really, but no.
Well, all the actresses. There's not.
What type of painting?
You know, I've got about 3 different styles, and if I see something I like, I just like imitate it and copy it and put in my thing and do something else. I've gone to classes, and they drag you to museums and have you copy those things. So I thought, well, I can do that.
Really?
You know, so you look. I mean, you learn how to mix colors and stuff like that, and you just start painting. You know, and it's like if you got an empty wall. You know, if you go and think, gosh, I've got to put something on that wall, and you go and you look, and they're all so expensive. And I thought, well, I used to paint. You know, everybody draws in grade school, and so I don't know. I've been drawing all my life just to put something on my apartment walls. That's how it started out.
Really?
Yeah, because I was just too frugal to spend $300 for some painting that I sort of liked, and then, you know, and I never liked prints. I just don't like prints of things. I like the paint on the canvas. I like that, or on the wood, or I like that.
Who are some of your favorite artists?
Oh.
Or who do you copy the most from?
Oh, I don't do that too much anymore. I don't know. I like the expressionists because they're easier to do. You can just slot paint around, you know, and get the form and kind of just have a good time.
Yes.
And I like, I don't know. I like when I'm painting, you know. I like to go to museums where if I go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I don't paint. But if I'd go to a place that they had modern paintings, what was that place with the spiral staircase?
Oh yeah, that's the Guggenheim.
The Guggenheim. If I go to the Guggenheim, I think I can do that. Oh, I can do that, and I'll go home and do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not really. I mean, the old masters. It's like, I mean, everything is. It's just too time consuming. I don't have enough patience for that.
Now you're a painter. Do you use color in your work when you're as an actor?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I use color in my work. I don't know. I have to wear my own wardrobe. I have to be in my own clothes.
Really?
Yeah. I'll say, let me bring in things, and you decide what I'll wear. And I've always been like that. On every show I've ever done, I've worn my own clothes, except, the Reavers and Thea Van Runkle did the designs, and they were old-fashioned costumes and stuff like that. But I always have to have something of my own. And I always have to do my own makeup.
Why is that?
I don't know, because as I do my makeup and as I do my hair and I do whatever I'm doing, I get into this character.
That's what I was looking for.
I just sneak into her.
Yes.
I just kind of get in.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
And I have to do that if somebody else is doing everything. It's like, where am I? They're taking my soul away from me.
So you are a method actor. By doing
Oh, well, that's
the
all
method,
I could
The method
ever
doesn't,
do.
to me, you were right. The method acting, I tell people, is your method.
Yeah.
That's what
Everyone
it really is.
Everyone
has their own method.
has their own method.
I mean, he became famous with
some
Marlon
are.
Brando, mumbling, but actually his main teacher was Stella Adler.
Oh.
That's who he really gave all the credit to, was Stella.
Stella.
I'm sorry I never met her, because what
Well,
talent
Joanne Linville is pretty.
close, yeah.
She's like right on there.
Yeah.
She's like really. She gave me exercises that were just great. Steve gave me exercises that were great. I learned so many things from just working.
Yes.
That's where I just
yeah.
started working. I didn't have time to study. I got to New York City. I had to find. I got there during a newspaper strike. And I had an affair with a choreographer that did my dancing that I did in Denver, and he got me to New York, and I went to 480 Lexington, and I went up and down the stairs, and I got photographs, test photos. I got
Right.
photographs. I made up a phony resume, and I started pounding the pavement. Because then you could buy Variety, the newspaper Variety, and they'd have the auditions, and you just go.
They had backstage and show business too.
Yeah, and you just
and you could walk in the office.
You walked into the offices, and you said, "Hi, I'm Sharon Farrell, and I'm from Sioux City, Iowa, and do you have anything? You think I could? I want you to call me and let me know if I'm right for anything, and I'll come in and read and all this kind of stuff." And you
I
just
remember
beg
that.
them.
You could go in the Brisk building, and it was 250 Broadway, which is on 57th Street. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you could just go in that whole building. You look and just go to who's an agent there, who's a casting director, and you just make the rounds.
Yeah.
You can't do that out here.
But it's different now. It's different now. You have to be a nerd. You've got to be a computer geek.
Yes.
Because you've got to you got to get photographs, and you can even take photographs of yourself holding your camera out,
Right.
and then you just crop them. But you got to do it on the computer, and you got to join you got to have Actors Access. You got to have LA Casting. You got to have your agent, and you've got to because sometimes you can't submit yourself for things,
Right.
and you hear about them. You know what happened to me like last week? I was perfect for something, and there was. I couldn't submit myself electronically because there was no electronic number. So, but there was a phone number. And I called him and I said, "Hi, I'm Sharon Farrell. I'm perfect for this part. I want to come in and read for you." And I thought I probably shouldn't have done that. And I called my agent, Steve Stevens, and I said, "Steve, well, I didn't call him because you email."
Right, you email.
Because nobody wants to talk to anybody. So you just email. And I said, "I did this. Will you please get me submitted?" And I gave him all the information. I gave the casting director.
Yeah.
He said, "If you call them, I'm not going to touch this."
Really?
Really. And I don't know.
It is you, but you're so right. It's
it's like
changed so
I
much.
hate those egos. I hate it when you try to do something. He said, You look too desperate. I am desperate. I want to work. I love to work. I love to act. I don't care whether I'm paid or not. I don't care.
Yeah. Good for you.
Sorry,
You know
I'm
this.
sorry. I'm carrying on with you.
It's all right.
Oh,
Listen,
gosh.
it's I mean, that's what the business is about. 90% of it's looking for work. And
Yeah, and then you finally get the work, and and it's wonderful, it's fabulous, and then it's over, and then you're out of a job again, and you gotta go out there and find some more.
and mostly agents today don't work like they did years ago when they went out.
Well,
They got you
it's like
generals.
it's like you have to find an agent that's kind of got a crush on you.
Or something.
You have to. It's like a marriage, because
Well-
the thing it's even more important than a marriage, because they've got to think that you're a good actor. Because every one of us is an audience, and there are people that are good actors, and I can't stand them.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't want to watch that. I don't like him. Yeah,
Well, no,
and
I
he's a
know.
good actor, And then later on, in a couple of years, I'll say, well, he's doing something really interesting. And my boyfriend or something, he says, you hate him. I said, well, I've changed my mind. And I say, I'm always changing. So whatever I say, I can say, well, I don't feel that way anymore.
Well, we all do.
Oh, well, I
Hopefully
hate it
for
when
the
people.
best.
I hate it when people hold on to things, forever and ever and ever. People make mistakes, and they say, yes, this should be this way, and then they find they're living and they're finding out that isn't right.
It's true.
So I don't know.
I find
Life
out
is-
that you almost need a manager.
Yeah,
And
would be the perfect thing to have is a publicist,
publicist.
a publicist who
Yeah.
can negotiate.
But they charge so
can't do
much
that.
money. To have a publicist, they what, they want a couple grand a month and something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. They
Yep, they do.
They want
They
that
do.
kind
They
of
want.
money.
They do want that. They do want that. But that just isn't around. That really isn't around. And I mean, they cannot negotiate for you at all.
No.
You can have a lawyer negotiate for you.
Right.
You can negotiate for yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, I did that on Night of the Comet. And most of the time, I mean, I just zoomed through things and just kept working. I mean, I had agents, so Wally Hiller would not get me up for Marlowe with James Garner. Wouldn't do it. Joan Hackett got me up because she had just done Shoot Your Sheriff or something with him, and he wanted her to play Orphan Mae Quest.
She was very good in that.
Oh, she was so fabulous.
I remember that movie.
She was my
I
best
just
friend.
watched it again on Turner Classics.
Oh,
And she was a beautiful woman.
oh,
too.
she was gorgeous.
She
was,
really
She was
was.
my best
But
friend.
You were talking about agents, and lawyers.
We
My
went to
lawyer,
Switzerland together and had those cellular therapy shots.
Really?
Because she had cancer, and I don't know, I was unhappy with
Yeah,
the
she
guy I
did
was
have
with,
cancer.
and we went there, and we got shots. But something, it's like they cut up the fetus of an unborn lamb, and then they inject you with it. So I talked to my doctor, and he said, well, your body will slough it off, and you end up with a big hole in your butt. I said, but I won't die, will I? And he said, no. But I did. They took all these tests from hair, feces, pee, spit, and they figured out what your body needed.
Right.
And this Professor Nihans, this guy in Switzerland, they literally take the fetus of an unborn lamb, chop it up, and inject you with it. And all kind. The Gish sisters had it done. Charlie Chaplin. I mean, all kinds of people. So Joan and I went there to Switzerland to have this done, and I don't know. I always wore glasses. Always wore glasses. I can pass those tests, the driving tests and everything.
Mm.
I don't have anything on my license that says I need glasses. And and my lens changed when I came back from Switzerland. It all of a sudden because they gave me iris of the unborn, part of that was in
Right.
there. And they were I had 19 different things, and Joan had 15. And they gave you these shots, and the syringes, they come in and they wheel them in, and the syringes are this big, and they just pow, and they say, we're going to put it all on one side so you can rest on one side, and we'll do it so you guys can look at each other. And we were in the Gish sisters' room, so we really thought we were actressy and everything, but gosh, your butt felt like golf balls were in there. And you had to lay there for 3 days for your body to assimilate all these vitamins and stuff. But Joan did die of cancer. I mean, but I did go with her to that place in Switzerland to do that. Vevey, Switzerland.
Yeah, I remember just recently seeing that and enjoy it. But when you were talking about a lawyer, my lawyer, Martin Simone, he represented...
What kind of a lawyer is he?
well, he has a big firm.
Oh, yeah?
Big firm. They represent everything. They have everything there. Him and
So what do you go to him for?
well, he was my lawyer. He's a personal
He's a friend, yeah.
Personal friend. But he represented from, what's his name, from Smokey and the Bear. What's his name?
Burt Reynolds?
When who was his wife at the time? The blonde.
The blonde?
Yeah, from
Oh.
Cincinnati.
Oh, I never knew what her name was.
Oh,
I just...
yeah. Anyway.
I know who you're talking about, though. A big, beautiful blonde.
You're right. I
Yeah.
apologize.
She might not be big, but she
Yes,
had the
yes,
round
she'd be.
face and
Yeah.
sexy
I apologize
gal.
for not remembering her name, but
Me too.
he was on Johnny Carson's show one day, right after the divorce, and he says, you know, what happened with the divorce? He said, I had to give her everything. And Johnny asked him why. He says, because her lawyer was Sicilian.
Really? Oh, I worked with Burt Reynolds a lot. He's a good actor.
Another one.
He was a good actor. He was a good actor. He got mad at me once because we were in I don't know, I was very attracted to him, but I knew he was married. He was with Judy Carn.
Oh,
He had just gotten married to her, and he was grabbing me and sitting me on his lap all the time, and he was just, I can't handle that. And, I mean, it's just too much. I mean, I'm going to have a climax right there if you do it again. I can't handle it. Just go away. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. So, he kept flirting and messing with me all the time. And I had a scene where I had to hit him. I had to slap him.
Right.
And it was during a rehearsal. And I just really slapped him. He got so hurt. I hurt his feelings so much. He said, why did you do that? Well, I did it because I had the hots for him, and I just didn't want to, and it came out like that. And he was like messing with me, He was messing with me all that day long, and he was talking about his wife, and I was married. I think I was married at that time, so I was trying. I was trying always to be good, but it's like, and we did. He's the one guy that I was attracted to that I did not have an affair with. And it would have been a lot better if I had.
But isn't it so easy to be attracted on the set to one another if you're working together?
Well, if mostly, no. Because mostly you're not attracted to a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well,
but if you are attracted to them, there's no hope.
And then
afterwards
it's gone, isn't it usually?
Well, I'll tell you something. I was doing this Western, and I was having an affair with Cliff Potts. And, I mean, I got Jack Palance during that time, and Cliff Potts, and Randy Quaid. I mean, I had all those guys. I mean, I was the leader of I was the leader of the gang, and I had the ones I liked. And Bo Hopkins too, and I saw they're very sexy with all the guns and the Western outfits on and everything like that, But I remember Cliff Potts, he used to come up to Topanga on his bicycle, and I used to say, "You do not look anything like Bob Dalton," And I was in love with the character. I was in love with the role I was playing. I was in love with, the character, So I was, I wasn't really in love with the person,
Right.
But, and it's also seeing somebody from cowboy, rugged, sexy-looking outfit into, like, little shorts, on a little bike,
A little bike, yeah.
Yuck.
Well, you find out, you see pictures of people, then when you see them in person. Now, you look so much better. I mean, you got an incredibly beautiful face.
Oh, it's my mom. My mom, I get it from my mother, and my mother is really beautiful.
And you got that real dimple.
I'm not as pretty as my mom.
The
mole.
Mole.
Yeah.
It's the beauty mole. They call
My
it.
Steve McQueen mole.
Yeah.
We both had that.
You and Tina Louise.
Oh, Tina Louise.
One of my best friends.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. She's a member of the Actors
She's-
Studio.
I did a show with her, and she in the end she brought me a present, you know, and half the time she wouldn't even talk to me, or even, you know, she's so tall, maybe I was so short she didn't see me.
No, I think she just liked to keep in character probably, but afterwards, I'm glad she gave you a gift.
I know.
Because she's the sweetest person.
I thought, my goodness, maybe I've been misjudging her,
You
but
have.
I never got to know her. I really never did, and I didn't do any scenes with her, but we were just in this series together, and.
Well, Sharon, we're just about running out of time again. And, this has been wonderful. I mean, what a gift you are.
Oh, thank you.
No, really.
Thank you.
What a gift.
Well, you know, it's like my life has been a gift, because it's like I shouldn't even be here. I should not even be here. It's just all free. It's just all free.
Well, let's see if we can talk about
I should have
that
died
one
a
soon.
long time ago.
Let's see if we
And
can talk about that.
man's miracles have kept me alive, and whatever that big battery in the sky or whoever that is up there, you know.
Well, we're going to end this again, and hopefully, I know we have someone coming, but I want you to hang around for a minute.
Okay.